This is day 2 of our week-long road trip as we make our way from Melbourne to New South Wales. The border is about 5 hours away, but we've decided to break up the trip and do some exploring along the way. That was incredible.
We swam in that.
Staying at only free campsites as we make our big exit out of Victoria and head to the south coast. So far, we've lost a lot of footage.
She pretty much called me almost in tears.
Swam with a dead bird. There is a dead bird. We just swam with a dead bird. And took in some beautiful views before getting on the road. And this morning, our first stop is to a historic homestead with donation entry tucked on top of a gorgeous cliffside on the East Gippsland coast. It's 180 hectares of beautiful gardens, picnic areas, bushwalking tracks with amazing views. So let's get exploring. Exciting views ahead, I think.
Whoa, look at the water.
I know. It's a long way down.
God damn, it's like shore.
Oh my god, the water looks so blue down there. Am I in the Maldives? The Maldives?
Maldives,
The Maldives? Maldives?
This is sick.
It's so wild, like you're right near the water, but then you're in this like jungle vibe as well. And you come down the stairs from this beautiful homestead and you're like in the jungle. We've been on some cool walks already this trip. We just walked down 95 stairs and we had to walk all 95 back up.
Boo. This jetty is gorgeous. Like, what a nice place to come spend the day fishing, if that's what you're into, as well as like the picnic areas up there so you can barbecue and have bathroom breaks up there. I mean, for the price of a donation to have this entire jetty here, phenomenal. And it looks like they're very open to boats pulling up and, you know, making themselves at home here because there are welcome signs facing the water's edge. Really cool.
The water is so blue, it's giving Jurassic Park like I'm in the Maldives. Although Jurassic Park was not in the Maldives, but this water is so blue today. That's all I'm trying to say, okay? Like it looks like Thailand or something. I've never been to Thailand, but from what I've seen, okay? Just know that the water's blue.
And the shoreline, the beach surrounding the jetty is covered with oysters. Covered with them.
You can just smell, it smells like seafood around here, okay? I need some fish and chips in my belly.
Bro, I think that's what we're going to after this.
Oh god! There's a doll in there. I was not expecting that. I was just coming here to tell you guys that it's a little creepy in here. And then I walked down. Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact. Oh my god. Whose idea was that? I feel like I just walked into someone's bedroom and then I saw that. I'm out of here. They have all these secondhand books.
How you going?
Creepy in here.
It is creepy in here. Did you see how ready I was? Distance, straight away, distance, and then aim. In the homestead itself, there's a library in there, which is really cool because this place does have that like fantasy getaway aspect to it. So being able to come here for a day, just grab one off the shelf, find a nice quiet corner anywhere on these massive grounds and really get into it. Bring some snacks. Yeah, we've spent a lot longer here than we expected to. We thought we'd just pop in and sort of dip our toe into it. There is so much here. You could waste a day here. I'm telling you. You had a bottle of scotch and a charcuterie board.
Whoa, I don't think they promote drinking here. Okay, all right. Scratch that. I don't think that they promote that kind of atmosphere, okay? It's just like a family-friendly, come read a book, see the views. Go, don't listen to him. Go for a walk. Let the kids play around. It's just a nice, chilled, like, come read, picnic vibe, okay? Don't listen to him. Got a little slug. It's getting away from you, buddy. Gotta swallow it.
So this is a Dolphin Point lookout. It is a lookout setup, and I didn't expect it to be such a nice lookout. It's a proper tower setup, and the barbecue area, brand new. Toilet block, brand new. Car park, brand new. The only thing is, it wouldn't be very good for big rigs or people towing caravans, but down the start of the driveway, there is a big turnoff. It's just a muddy area, but it is a big turnoff where you could fit a couple of caravans if you wanted to come here. And
they're really inviting you to come stay a while. Come hang out. Come explore Lake's entrance. Oh no. I'm scared. They're like flying in sync.
Yeah.
We have never seen so many pelicans just flying around. Like, I've always just seen them floating on the water or just like skimming over the water. But these ones are so high up, circling around this lookout. It's so cool. The wingspan is so impressive.
We've only just touched the tip of Lake's entrance, but being around here, just driving through here, it makes me feel like I want to do like what we did in the Mornington Peninsula, like a couple of days.
Like 3 days in Lake's
3 or 4 days in Lake's entrance. Renting a supboard or a canoe, going to some of the local places, getting our teeth stuck into this place. I don't want to pass through Lake's entrance anymore. I want to hang.
Lake's entrance has been on my list for a long time, so to just be here, I'm really excited, and I like had to stop in here on this trip, but it's just not enough time.
This tree was the original lookout they would use to see ships coming in, and then, you know, eventually they decided they needed something a little bit more not a tree. Big tower that's here, the official lookout, is actually used by the Victorian state government. It's not for tourists to come and see. So Jamie got out of one today.
I don't have to go up the tower. I know, but honestly, I kind of wanted to because the views up there would be incredible. You guys have to see this. Check this out. We are here at Dolphin Lookout, the actual Dolphin Lookout, because the other place we were at was Jemmy's Point Lookout, and Doug mixed them up, so round of applause for Doug. Round of applause for Doug.
These things happen.
But it is so cool to just get different perspectives of the same area. So we were out at the jetty, and then we went up to Jemmy's Point, and we got to see like a more of an aerial view, and now we're back down, and we're at the water level. And it's just really cool. We're closer to the sandbars now, and we're so close to all the pelicans, and you already know I love that.
We're right at the point where the ships come in and out of Lake's entrance, which was kind of cool because up at Jemmy's Point, we were watching them leave the port. So it's nice to be right here by the exit.
I don't know if you can see it, guys, but that is Jemmy's Point right there. That's where we were. Wild. This is such a beautiful spot. There's so many spots to just pull your car up. You don't even have to get out, and so many people are just here having lunch. It's just a really good lookout point. Someone's here and they have their little bulldog. Ooh. Someone's fishing right over the pier. It
must be a good fishing spot because the pelicans here are in numbers.
Yeah. You guys know we love a good lookout, so just taking this one in before we get back on the road.
We need fish and chips.
Yeah. So many birds. There's so many birds. After me. If I fell in, I would want you to jump in after me. I just asked Doug, what would he do if I fell in? And he's like, oh, I would tell you to go find the ladder. What am I doing here? Hello. They're so quick.
We just pulled up to the Marsdinia Rainforest Walk, and it was something that I am super excited for. It's a 20-minute walk, 1 kilometer track. It is about 15 minutes outside of the lake's entrance town center. It is mainly a paved road, but when you do get to the turnoff, it's about 2 kilometers of badly corrugated road, and right as you pull up to the walking trail track, there's a big sign that says 4-wheel drive only. The van did make it.
You have to go really, really, really slow if you come here in a 2-wheel drive. Just go very slow and you should be fine. Just avoid, there's a couple of big potholes, so it's not for everyone, but we just made our way through very slowly and avoided the potholes.
If it's raining, I wouldn't come here at all.
Do not come in the rain if you have a 2-wheel drive.
When you do get to the entrance of the Marsdinia Rainforest Walk, there is a nice little picnic area set up. It's not a gazebo, it's just a table with a fire pit, but there is a sign here that says no camping, so this is very much just a come and visit for the day area and enjoy what I assume to be pretty good 4-wheel drive tracks onwards.
Unfortunately, when we arrived, we found out that the track is actually closed. So we cannot go do the Rainforest Walk because there is no way to get to it. They've blocked it all off, so we drove all the way down here for nothing.
If you come to the Marsdinia Rainforest Walk, what's it like? Put it in the comments, let us know. We're not going to be seeing it today.
Unfortunately.
So, back on the corrugated roads.
I don't know. This might be a quiet day for us and we might chill out at camp. We'll see what else we get up to.
Remember that episode we did a while back when we were looking for like 7 waterfalls and we didn't find any of them? Similar vibe today.
Another corrugated road.
Hello, puppy. You're smelling me? You're smelling me, but that's my best friend.
Oh, hello. 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 So we actually got to the next spot. The roads were not closed. It was a 4-wheel drive path, but it was way easier than the other one. I would still be iffy if it was raining, but we made it here to the Stony Bridge Trestle Bridge.
Yeah.
The Stony Brook Trestle Bridge.
The name's down here again.
Stony Brook Trestle Bridge.
Don't come in the rain. We just learned that this bridge was like a 70 or 90 kilometer extension to the railway
97
track.
kilometers.
97 kilometer extension to the railway track, which really helped the local economy out here. This bridge was made all the way back in like the World War I era, and up until that point, this was the biggest thing, like the biggest construction monument in Victoria going onto it. And it was super important to this region to help rail in the economy in the area, and it kept up the entire region all the way up until the 1980s, where unfortunately the whole area was hit with a massive bushfire, and this thing's made out of bloody red gum, mate.
It's crazy. I can't believe it's still standing.
Whole thing nearly went up, but
the last year that it was running was the year before Doug was born, and the year after I was born. This thing's old AF.
Yeah, and it's a miracle it's still standing.
It's a miracle we're still standing. You do want to walk across one. Go to the Nuji one. We did that one.
It's too bad that it's out of use now, because it was said to be the most difficult thing to build in Victoria up until the point of construction, which is very believable. I mean, look at the thing.
Doug!
Yeah.
That's been there the whole time?
That's why I said Stony Creek Bridge. So, like, with so much passion. I was like, it's called the Stony Creek Bridge.
Stony Creek Bridge.
You'll never guess what this bridge is called, guys.
All that time, the name was right there. Stony Creek Bridge. Stony Brook? We said, I don't know.
Let's go to camp.
We're tired, okay. One more thing that we were going to do today, but I don't know if we're gonna get up to it because we're just feeling low on energy today, okay? But it's right up the road. It's the Nawa Nawa something walk. And we're gonna go check that out. So if you do come to this area, there is more than one thing to check out around here. I think I saw a sign for something else further down as well. Just be careful. If it is raining, again, 2-wheel drives, I wouldn't play with the rain and the 2-wheel drives, okay? But the roads were definitely way better than the last one, okay? We always try to see and do as much as we can on these trips, especially we want to give you guys fun videos to watch, of course, but some days you just don't have the energy to do it all, and sometimes you just want an early day at camp to chill and wind down and to have some time off camera to just relax and unwind before doing it all again in the morning. Our mornings are starting at like 6 a.m. before the sun even gets up so that we can get everything ready and then film and then do a campsite tour. So yeah, there's a lot behind the scenes that you guys don't see, so bear with us if we're managing our energy levels.
It's just a lookout. Maybe we could squeeze in one more lookout. It's not a. I thought it was another walk. It's a lookout. It's 5 minutes away.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
If you guys see us at camp, you know we didn't make it. If we're at another thing, then you know we made it. Okay. We're delirious. Okay, bye. We are burning the calories getting these shots. What are you doing, Doug?
Making sure there's no cobwebs for you. Hey, Baz is here again. There you go, mate. He's from the den of Dargoon.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh. So according to Google, this is the Now lookout, but that sign just said the Boggy Creek lookout or something. I don't know if we're in the right spot, but to be honest, the lookout isn't that impressive. I know that we sound really spoiled, and we probably are. We've seen a lot of lookouts in Victoria, but it's just kind of hit or miss. Like it's not going to be the end of the world if you miss this one. The views, you can just see a lot of trees. You can barely see the creek, but let's see if the drone can see anything. This is the day of the corrugated roads. We're heading to camp.
Only 6 kilometers of this.
6 kilometers. It's in the same state forest as the rainforest walk, and the roads are very similar. So, will we make it to camp? Will there be camp spots available? Or will we have to drive 6 kilometers back and find somewhere else to stay? That's what we're about to find out. Oh, it's smoothed out. Oh my goodness. Oh. It was getting really bumpy.
It was actually spinning the car tires.
Yeah. We
were sliding on the corrugation. It was so bad.
You know the corrugation's bad when I pull out the camera for it, okay? Camera! Fingers crossed it doesn't rain while we're sleeping because we might not get out of here tomorrow. And that's really gonna put a stump into our road trip. 4 days at camp. Waiting for the weather to clear.
Oh my God.
With no food. We're supposed to restock the fridge tomorrow.
Oh no. Here we go.
We've reached the promised land. It feels so good to be on flat ground right now.
It was 6 kilometers to the first turn off and then 5.5 kilometers further in.
Let's go find a spot before we give this a raving review.
2-wheel drive will make it in dry weather.
Don't come here in wet weather. Don't do it. I don't even know what, we have no business being here. We've made it to camp. We are at Petman's campsite, Petman's Beach campsite. I can't remember the name. It will be on the screen, okay? But the sun is starting to get lower, so we're gonna go explore a little bit and then we're coming to set up camp. We are both so exhausted mentally, physically, emotionally. That journey was so testing. I wasn't sure if we were gonna make it down. It is 12 kilometers of just bumpy potholes. If it rains tonight, we might be in trouble.
And the thing with drives like that is, you know, towards the end of the day when you're looking for a campsite that you've never been down before, down a four-wheel drive track, sort of, that you've never been down before. You just don't know if the road is going to be ruined. So the entire time you're like, we could have to turn around at any minute and find somewhere else to sleep tonight. Well, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but it is one of those things like, is this it? Is this the corner that's going to get us?
We'll do a full tour at some point. Not right now, we're going to explore. It sounds angry.
It does. It sounds massive. I mean, it'll be a surf beach, right? Because it's coastal. Oh,
wow.
Oh, nice.
She's a beauty.
Sick.
She's a beauty.
That's a beach. They have big waves.
Wow. This reminds me of the Golden Beach campsites.
Yeah.
With the windbreak and everything.
I mean, it's a similar beach, isn't it? 90 Mile
Oh
Beach.
yeah, 90 Mile Beach is not far from here.
Connected to this country. It's going to be cold in the morning.
It said no life-saving facilities. I don't know if that's a good idea, Grandpa. I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Big ol' ants here.
Yep, that's the outhouse. Feel free to make that walk in the middle of the night. All right, time for Jamie's outhouse review.
Don't do it. It's brown.
Yeah, it's got eucalyptus leaves in it. And that is why we pack one in the van.
I also have road trip snacks in this bag that I keep in the front seat so that we always have snacks on hand while we're driving. And at the end of the day when we're setting up camp, I like to get a couple of our go-to snacks just ready to go in the middle console so that in the morning we just can get on the road after we start filming. These days are long. Like, we're putting in 12-hour days filming this, guys, so hit the like button. Come on, hit the like button. Okay, I'm so tired.
We've had these for years. Jamie got these when we first started dating. Never ever used them. They're tongs. They're barbecue tongs. We've also had them in the van for like the last 3 series that we've shot. Always intending to use them. Now I use that set of tongs to set up the portable fireplace because it gets so greasy. But I think these might finally become the new cooking tongs. Otherwise, why else am I carrying around Darth Vader's lightsaber? Good morning. You might remember that when we arrived here last night, we said the one thing that would ruin this place and make it super hard to handle the roads is rain.
It started raining at 11 o'clock last night, and it's still raining now at 6:30 in the morning. So we are currently sitting here waiting for it to stop raining. Genuinely am worried about getting out of here.
Yeah.
Well, there's no reception out here, so all I could do was look at my weather forecast that was uploaded from 1 p.m. and it said rain, but it hadn't rained all day. So I was like, when is the rain coming? So I checked and it said 11 p.m. and I was like, oh no. And then there's rain forecasted for today, but I don't know what time because nothing would load on my phone.
We're gonna get up, get our morning started, go check the ocean.
I'm not going to check the ocean. I'm not. Like, So we need to get ready so that when it does stop raining, we can just try and get out of here because we have to take it so slow.
Yeah, we've got 12 wet kilometers ahead of us.
This could really ruin our plans for today.
It's a cold, wet one this morning. Definitely need a warm drink. One thing that we came to the conclusion of last night is that the wood fire is without a doubt one of the best things to cook on. Those steaks that we had, those lamb steaks that we had cooked over an open flame were actually so soft and delicious, but boiling water over an open flame takes way too long. So the gas cooker, even though it sucks and it burns all the food, if you want to put a kettle on nice and quick, you go with the gas cooker every time. Right, campsite review time now that the rain has gone down to a fine misty drizzle. This spot, I love it. It is weird for me to say that because usually you know that I love somewhere where you can actually see the water or hear a river or have a bit of a view, and it does look very grassy, doesn't it? But what I like about it is that it's so secluded. It is 12 kilometers down a corrugated road. Let's talk about that for a moment. Can a two-wheel drive do it? Yes. Can they do it in the rain? I'm gonna tell you once we get out of here. But a two-wheel drive can do it. If you have anything above a two-wheel drive, and I mean like an SUV, it will thrive in that. It is a very tough road, so I think it's going to be okay in the wet before the four-wheel drives start to churn it up, but we'll see. What I love about this site so much is that the spots are sort of bollarded off in sections, so they all feel very secluded. I think you could get maybe 10 caravans in here, and then this place would max out. But each one of the spots could fit 2-3 tents each depending on the size of the tent. Each spot has got a designated fire pit area, which is wonderful. There is one toilet. It is a drop toilet. It was built long ago and then left to decay. Do with that information what you will. What I like about this spot so much is the secluded, sectioned off locations, and because you can't see the water, you can still hear the water constantly. You are about 150 meters, 200 meters from the waterline. This wall of grass behind me is just a giant sand dune covered in scrub, and there is a walkway that goes right to it, and then it is just open ocean as far as the eye could see. So if you had a couple of toys that you wanted to come down here with, I mean dirt bikes, there's four-wheel drive tracks, I mean jet skis, I mean canoes, skis, surfboards, there's the water right there. This place is a secluded little quiet playground just tucked away and hidden in a national park, and I absolutely love this spot.
Hey, so the rain has stopped and the blue skies are out. So as far as the weather for the day, it's turning around. We still have to get out of this place. We've packed up. We've been taking it easy and like kicking back at camp this morning, waiting for the rain to pass. This is our shot to try and get out of here.
Sun's out, 12 kilometers of muddy road, but not fresh, wet road, and we haven't seen another car. One other camper has left. So these tracks, they might be soaked, but I think they're going to be doable. So this is our chance. If you want to see if we make it to the end of the 12-kilometer road or not,
make sure you hit the subscribe button because we're going to be sharing it all next week.
Let us know down in the comments, have you ever gone to try out a new camp spot and then be absolutely blasted by the weather and not gotten to see it at all? Because we've had some campers roll up here, and to them, this entire campsite has just been the inside of their tent, unfortunately.
Yeah, and they got water in their tent. And they forgot firewood, so we gave them some of ours. But
so let us know in the comments your wettest campsite tale. Put it down there for us.
They're bailing because of the weather. If you've been watching from the start, let us know what your favorite part of the series has been so far. With that, thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing, and we hope to see you tuning in to another video soon.
Bye!